Skill training completed.
Most excellent. Welcome back to the universe of EVE Online, dear viewers, and we will be continuing our trek through the tutorial in this video or series of videos to come. Notifications have let me know. What is this here? Notification feed. There's 41 notifications. Okay, there's a lot of things going on here. Oh, these are the notifications of what happened 3 days ago or so. The ones that I scrolled down for when I recorded the first video. Okay, and so now, as of 29 seconds ago... Oh, skill training completed 2 days ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, we finished up Rapid Firing 3. And now we have no skills in queue, which is important to note, which is why it's in red, because we need to start training another skill. We'll figure that out in just a bit. Skill training complete, 1 skills, right? That just let us know. And new mails too. Let's click on that and see what kind of mail we've got going on here. Shoop. Shoop. Kind of expand our mailbox a little bit here. Nope, I want to do... Okay, sender. I am doing all kinds of things with this here. I wanted to do subject. We want to do subject here. There we go. And received. Let's see when these were received. Well, it's very pixel perfect here. Very pixel sensitive. Okay, Eve mail. Click. We click here. And we got one that says this. Hey, I just finished watching your YouTube video and I think you did a great job. It is always interesting to see someone's first steps in the game. I just wanted to let you know that if there's anything I can, I guess he meant do, to help you to make these videos a success, just shoot. Nice. Maybe if you need some ISK or some advice, or you want to see a super carrier / titan, or you want to experience a large 0.0 battle, gang up for some small scale PvP, whatever it is. Fly safe, a salute, and have a wonderful time here in EVE. Also, pardon my English, I am not a native speaker. Yeah, your English is very, very good, actually, for not being a native speaker. So, thank you for this mail. Amy G. Dallin, the distance you move your cursor from the radial menu controls the distance for whatever action you're performing. Oh, very interesting. Also, I'm sending you some starting capital. Fly safe. Oh, apparently this Amy G. Dallin character is a wanted criminal. This player is a wanted criminal. Look, I'm really sorry about your space station, but anyone could have confused that exhaust port for a docking bay. It was an accident waiting to happen. Alright, so this player here... I've just been sent some starting capital by a wanted criminal here. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Let's see. Where is my wallet? Let's see what I've got here. So apparently I have been sent... As a player donation, 500 million ISK. So I don't know if that's a lot, but compared to the money I have been making up to this point, 500 million ISK seems like it's a lot. But I'm not 100% certain on that. Will I accept this and will I use this? I don't know. Can I right-click? Let's see. Well, apparently I can't send it back or anything along those lines, even if I wanted to. I do appreciate the large donation. However, one of the things that I wanted to do with this was start with a completely fresh character so that I could build up my own wealth. I didn't really want my status as a YouTuber to affect that. But considering I've got this, let's go to transactions. No, that's not transactions. I don't have any orders. I don't own any shares in any corporations or companies. I don't have any stocks or anything like that. Okay. But I will hold on to this 500 million ISK for this particular point, and then I'll consider what I want to do with it. So basically, I'll just consider that 500 million not there for right now. Again, I do appreciate it. And maybe I will make use of it. We'll see how it turns out. Again, I don't know if 500 million is a lot or not. But again, thank you. So, what are we going to do here? We're going to finish up the tutorial. Looks like we've got travel to a new star system as our next tutorial bit. A button that I noticed when I was editing this video or watching the video that I uploaded on YouTube is this Enter Captain's Quarters. I'd like to click that, but we're going to wait until the tutorial tells us to go there, if it does at some point. Also, if you hear me sniffling at all or I have to clear my throat or whatever, it's because my allergies and sinuses are really kicking in. So, there's that. So please excuse anything that you might hear along those lines. And if you wanted to help out with some real money donations so that I can afford my allergy medicine, I would be very grateful with that. Not required at all. Just figured I'd mention it just in case anybody wants to help out in that regard. I'll put a donation link in the video description if you wanted to send a small bit of cash my way so that I can actually afford those, as well as other things like, cell phone bills and food. In any case, let's go ahead and keep going with this. Travel to a new star system. It's often a good idea to trade items between star systems, since prices vary based on supply and demand. Star systems in New Eden are connected by stargates. Move your minerals from the hangar of your ship's cargo hold. This is the cargo you will be selling in another star system. From the hangar to your ship's cargo hold. That's what it said. Okay. So let's see. Let's go ahead and open up our cargo hold right here. Click and open cargo hold. We don't have anything here, but we're going to take the stuff from the item hangar here. And do I only have 28 Veldspar? Really? I thought I had more than that. I thought we refined much more than that before. I didn't sell anything. I haven't played since the last time, or since the previous video was uploaded. I was almost certain we had more than that. What's going on? Does it deteriorate over time or something? I don't think so. But apparently these sell for 15.1 ISK per. So this is 424 ISK for the entire stack. Well, we do have some Veldspar here. This is an ore, right? This is not what we actually had here. Yeah, this is ore. We turned it into... Oh, this stuff, titanium. There we go. Alright. Like I said, it's been 3 days, according to this, since I played the tutorial here. Alright, so let's take the minerals that we just got here. This titanium actually sells for a whole lot more. See, this is worth 9,000 ISK right here. So, considering we can make 9,000 ISK in a very short amount of time just doing the tutorial, maybe 500 million isn't all that much. And so, it is a decent amount for starting capital. So again, thank you for that. Alright, so we're going to move this into our cargo hold, as it says. And then we're going to go look for a Stargate. Undock and look for a Stargate in your overview. You can identify it by the icon shown below and use it to jump to another subsystem, or to another system. Use the radial menu to fly to a Stargate and jump through. Alright, so we know how to undock and do all that stuff now, so let's go ahead and do that. We've got the minerals that we want. We are currently undocking because the undock button says abort undock, so we know we're undocking. Let's get out into space. And we are to look for a Stargate now, which looks like a circle with the triangle on the side there. Okay. Well, there's only a single Stargate, a Stargate to Erlin. Or is it somewhere else? Let's see. Let's see what type this is. Oh, it says Caldari system. Okay. Well, 1,600 astro units away. Let's right-click and warp to it.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Our ship's going to turn over toward it. And there's the State War Academy. I like the look of that place. It's cool to know that my character studied there and is now on his way into the universe of EVE Online. Making our way to Erlin Stargate here. I guess that's another system. I'm not sure what system we're in. We're in Kosogo. List items in the solar system. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that we can click here. Scope, network, opportunities, route, system info. Let's click system info. Oh, I see. Okay. And here we have the Stargate, apparently to the Erlin system. Selected system, Erlin. And we are in... Oh, Erlin is the nearest. I see. Alright, so now we use the radial menu, click, to jump. Oh, dude, there we go. Completed. Travel to a new star system. Ah, yes. Whenever you leave a jump, you start cloaked. This way, players cannot spawn camp the gates where players would arrive. Whoa, we got like this grid. This grid rotating around us. Who is this? It's a Caldari Customs Commissioner. Oof. So we better not be carrying any contraband or anything like that. Alright, selling your stuff. For an item to be sold, it must be in a station hangar. You should dock in a station in this system. Hang on, I want to get a look at that customs officer. Click. Let's right click and look at. This is the ship that the customs commissioner is flying. Can't tell exactly where the bridge or cockpit would be. However, it looks like they have something that can detect cloaked. I don't want to lock this target. No way. That could be considered a hostile action. Let's see info. This is a security vessel of the Caldari Customs Force. It is patrolling this sector and will proactively scan bypassing vessels for illegal goods. Threat level very high, so we can't really take it in combat. Not easily, anyway. It's just interesting to know. Oh, and who is that? Is that another customs officer? It's a customs agent, which is probably different from the commissioner that we're looking at right here. Let's see if we can look at the agent. Right-click. Right-click. Look at. Ah! This is one of my favorite types of frigates right here. I believe this is a Merlin, or maybe the upgraded version of the Merlin. But I really do like this kind of ship. I'd like to get into one pretty quickly. We'll see how it turns out, if we can do that. Let's hit show info on this. This is a security vessel of the Caldari Customs Force. It is patrolling the sector and will practically scan... Okay, same thing. Same deal, but a different type of ship. So apparently we've got customs officers all over the place. Oh yeah, they're all over the place. If we zoom out, we can totally see that. And there's my Ebis right there. Alright, so we're going to right-click in space and then hit look at my ship. So we're kind of surrounded here by them, which is good. I mean, you want customs officers to protect the market like that. Alright, so selling your stuff. For an item to be sold, it must be in a station hangar. You should dock in a station in this system. Once docked, move your cargo to the hangar. Then you can right-click an item you have in the station and select Sell this item. Check the details and click Sell. Alright, so let's go sell something. Let's dock at a station here. And we know that stations have this square icon. So there are 3 available stations here for us to dock at. Erlin 7, Moon 6, Yoda Corporation, Erlin 7, Moon 8, E-Tree Storage, and Erlin 6, Chief Executive Panel Bureau. This one is... actually, there's 2 that seem to be equidistant away from us. Let's go to this one right here, Moon 8, E-Tree, because it is specifically a trading station. It's a Caldari trading station, as we can see. Whereas the other one is also a trading station, but it's a little further. And the first one in the list here is a food processing plant. So let's go to the trading station that is closest to us.
Warp drive active.
I really hope I'm recording right now. Let me check action. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Oh wait, I hit F6. And I don't know what that does. F6 for action shows me the little HUD in the top right, but also apparently it made like a little tink sound in E, so F6 apparently does something here too. Go. We don't have to worry about all of these blue icons here. What is this? A sentry gun. A Caldari sentry gun. Let's take a look at it. Although my character probably studied these when he was at the War Academy, we don't know much about them. So let's try and catch up to our character's knowledge here. And view info on something like this. Sentry guns are placed around important space facilities and will attack anyone threatening the place they've been assigned to defend. Sentry guns are very powerful compared to their ease of purchase and deployment. Ooh, okay. I believe players can also guard their stations, because players can actually make their own stations like this, from what I understand. And I believe players can also buy sentry guns, which apparently are very, very efficient forms of defense, as it says here in the of defense, are very, very potent and very efficient forms of defense, according to the description there. Okay, so anyway, we are going to request docking here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Now it says to open our cargo hold and sell the items that we have here. We are docking, and I believe while we're docking we can go ahead and just click and open cargo hold. There we go. Don't got to use up a whole lot of time. And then we can right click, and as the tutorial says, hit sell this, buy this, find new contacts, compare. Okay, apparently we can't. Maybe we got to drop it in the item hangar first. Yeah, move it to the hangar. All right, then we can right click and hit sell this item. Drop items to add to sale. Okay, so we've got this. We want to sell the entire stack for 5.35. That'll get us 8,881 ISK. We would have had a better deal in the previous in the previous system we were in. We're in Erlin right now. I don't know what Kimotoro is. Constellation? The Forge is the region? Alright, so okay, so I guess that's how it works. We're in the region of the Forge, and in the constellation Kimotoro, and in the actual system Erlin. Okay, that makes sense. And that 1.0 right there is security status. This drops down the less and less secure the system is. It goes from 1.0 down to 0.9, down to 0.8, to 0.7, etc., all the way down to 0.0, which is completely lawless space. 1.0 is as safe as it gets. This is protected by, I believe it's still Concord. Back when I was playing EVE Online years ago, there was an NPC faction called Concord that served as the policing force, and it kept a system free of PvP and all kinds of stuff. Concord would protect players. It was basically a very good place to be if you were one of the newbies of the game. So 1.0 is the safest space that you can be in. But the further and further down you get on that rating, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, again, etc., all the way down to 0.0, the less secure and safe that space is, and the less, and the more players have to enforce their own law and watch out for one another. In any case, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Let's go ahead and get selling here. I'm going to increase the price a little bit. Apparently that's not actually doing anything. It's 5 point something. Let's make it 10. 1, 0. You are about to sell 1660 items. Please confirm you wish to proceed. No, I just want to see what the price would actually be. Ask price. Let's cancel and we'll just accept the default for now. We're not actually trying to make cash off of this. This is just tutorial stuff. So let's right click and sell this item and just use the default ask price of 5.35. It's really kind of a fair price anyway. 3.3% of a discount is not a whole lot. So let's see, the broker's fee, there is no broker's fee, but there is a sales tax of 2.0%. I believe players in their own systems or in their own stations can set their own tax, so anybody selling stuff at their stations will have to pay a tax to that player corporation. I'm not 100% on that, but it seems like that. Immediate, what is this? A day? 3? Oh, okay, this is so that we can sell things immediately. Alternatively, we could drop them off at the station for a period of time ranging from a day to 3 months and let those items sit and sell for the asking price as players need them. Interesting. Or, apparently, we have some orders being placed for Tritanium at this price, and we can sell these to that player at this price immediately. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and hit sell. You are about to sell 60. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we sold some items there, and we got our 75,000 ISK for completing that part of the tutorial. Done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? You bet I would. Career agents. Your empire has established a network of agents throughout New Eden. These agents can be of great help to you. As a first step, you should contact one of your career agents. Alright, let me get comfortable in my chair here for this. Cool stuff can happen with agents, I think. So I'll hit next. We've got some more opportunities. Our tutorial quest here. Wow, this is worth 100,000 ISK. Okay, so let's hit my wallet. And we can see here there's a transaction tax on the sale we just made. We've got the 88, 81 ISK that we made off of selling that Tritanium. So as you can see here, mining is a good way to make some money. There's the money that we just earned from completing the tutorial quest there, or opportunity as they call them. Let's close the hangar. We don't need that open for this particular one. Contact a career agent. A database of career agents working with your school is available to you. Take a look at the fields the agents specialize in. Alright, let's go ahead and click on take a look, because apparently that's a link. Show career agents. Click. There we go. Whoa. How do I get to this screen without that link? Career advancement. Let's see if there's anything here. Inventory, people and places, probably. Manage contacts, agents, and locations of interest. Alright, so we know we can go here on the, I believe this is called the Neocom over here on the left. I believe that's what it's called. We can go here to people and places anytime we want to get to this window at some point. Alright, so we're taking a look at our agents right now. Let's go ahead and expand this. Business, exploration, industry, military, advanced military. That sounds fun. So depending on what kind of player you are, dear viewer, if you want to engage in business or exploration, you've got an agent available to you for that. Industry. Industrial pilots are the rugged individuals tearing asunder asteroids and reforging them into material to sate the galaxy's ravenous engines of war, etc., etc. So we've got descriptions of all these things here, and you've got military and advanced military. So depending on what you want to do in this game, you could start out with some NPC quests here, even before you get involved with player-run corporations. It's pretty cool. So let's see. Open a conversation with the agent working the field that appeals to you by right-clicking on their portrait and selecting Start Conversation. The military or industry career agents are good starting places. Alright, so industry or military. Use Show Career Agents found under Help to find career agents. I see. So there's help right here. Let me click this. Okay. And Show Career Agents. So that's a pretty quick way to get to it right there. Interesting. Very good tutorial. This game has a really good tutorial now. That wasn't always the case, mind you. We're going to go ahead and select military, as many of you probably guessed. It says to right-click and start conversation with them. Let's go ahead and read the description. Military pilots live for war, wielding unimaginable destructive forces that daily reforge the landscape of New Eden. Join this career if you enjoy lasers, missiles, and generally making sure that someone else has a really bad day. Wow. Okay. That sounds like our what we want to do. However, one thing that we have forgotten to do, and I realize only now that it's been a little bit, but I feel we can catch up to it real quick, is we need to manage our skills here. So I'm going to click on my character sheet and open this up. We need to be training a skill. It's important that you're always training a skill in EVE Online. Skill Injector. Activate a skill injector to gain 500,000 unallocated skill points. These points can then be used to instantly train skills in your skill queue. Okay, we're going to leave that up for now because that's a good reminder. Alright, so let's see what kind of skills we want. Let's see what kind of skills we want to train. It's always good, even if you don't know 100% what you want, it's always good to have something training. Looks like we've only got 250 points in missiles, but I like missiles. So let's train missiles level 1, which takes 38 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's hit info here. Basic operations of missile launcher systems. 2% bonus to missile launcher rate of fire per skill level. Okay. So, apparently we have this skill available to us. We don't have to buy it. So we can just start learning it. I'm going to go ahead and right-click this, and we will train to level 2. Click. Okay. Again, excuse any sniffles or throat clearing that you might hear. Clearing my throat and stuff like that. Alright, so let's close this. Now we got a skill training, we can continue. Let's get back to the tutorial. We'll right-click on this guy and start conversation so that we can start up a military career path. Now, this isn't permanent. You can always come to these agents and start up jobs for any one of them anytime you want. So the one you pick right now is not a permanent choice. Okay. Ranta Tarumo. Apparently he's in Uitra 6, Moon 4, State War Academy. Okay, so it's a State War Academy in a different system, not the Kasogo system we were in. Effective standing 0.0. Sounds good. Please drop by so we can formalize the mission contract. Okay, so we've started a conversation with him. He says, good. If you want a job as a military specialist, just come on over here, and we'll get the contract started. Alright, sounds good. So we'll close this. Now, the career agent wants you to visit them. You can set their location as your destination by clicking the Set Destination button next to their portrait. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Click Set Destination. Boom, Set Destination set. Ooh, okay, the route is 2 jumps away. We're going to have to go through Unpass, and eventually we'll make it to Uitra. Alright, sounds good. The star map contains an enormous amount of information about New Eden. Open it from the Neocom. If you scroll in, you will notice that your route to the career agent is highlighted. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this window because we don't need this anymore. Close career funnel. Are you sure you want to do this? Remember, you can always access this screen again through your help window. Yes. Okay. So there's a map button. Let's go ahead and click on this. Map beta. Okay, apparently it's in beta right now. View star and solar system maps in many information modes. Okay, so we're going to click on this, and it shows an enormous amount of information, says the tutorial. Whoa, that looks like an enormous amount of information to me. I think this is all 0 space, by the way. All of this stuff. So it says if we zoom in, we can see our highlighted path. Where are we? This must be where we are right here. Looks like it, right? Yeah, we're in Erlin. So this is the system we're in right now, but if we scroll out, where's our highlighted path? It looks like we're going to be moving to this warp gate, or this Stargate, or whatever they're called here, using StarCraft terms. And it's going to shoot us over here to Unpass, and then in Unpass, we'll jump to Uitra, and here is where our agent is. Ooh, if I click on it, it actually does stuff. Fun. If I click click off of it and nothing happens. But we can view the notable areas in Uitra from this map right here. There's the planet Uitra 5 and its 2 moons. There's Uitra 4 and its 2 moons. There's an asteroid belt in this system. And there's a State War Academy. That must be where our agent hangs out and signs contracts for new pilots or new capsuleers, such as we, dear viewers. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this. Now we have I think that was very interesting. I think that was very cool to show in this video series, to show the map, to give us a sense of place, of where we are in the universe. And of course, the universe is not a 2D place, is it? We can see all of these, and every one of these dots is a different zone, a different place to be, a different place to go, with all of its own asteroids, all of its own stations, all of its own potential player interactions. Nothing but complete open space for us to explore and make our place in this universe. So here we are. Cool, that's cool. I like seeing that path at this angle. That's pretty neat. Alright, so anyway, let's get going. Jump to the next system in the route, or on the route. The next Stargate in your route will always have a yellow icon like the one below. Ah, I see. Find this gate in the overview and jump through to move closer to your destination. So let's do that. Let's undock, because we're going to go sign a contract to begin a military job with our barely capable of military job ship. So here we go. We're undocking from the station, and now it says that these yellow Stargates are always the ones that are on the route to where we've set our destination to. So we can right-click and warp to that gate to take us directly where we need to go. Warp drive active. There is the Unpass. What do we want to call this? Stargate. There's the Unpass Stargate. Off we go. Our warp drive taking us there in no time at all. This is a really fun tutorial. Again, the thing is surrounded by customs agents and security. And like before, we'll use the radial menu to jump. Boom. And here we are in Unpass, a 0.9 system, slightly less secure, but still very secure. Activate ship's autopilot. If you have a destination set, activating the autopilot will automatically warp and jump your ship towards your destination until it is reached. While useful, autopilot is not as fast as manual travel. Activate autopilot by clicking the A button in your HUD below. Here's our autopilot. So if we click this, this will automatically fly us to our destination. Imagine for just a second that you have to get to a station that's 23 or 50 jumps away. You're not going to want to sit there and right-click every one of those Stargates, warp to 0, jump. Right-click, warp to 0, jump. Right-click, wait, warp to 0, jump, and then wait in between each one for your ship to actually make the jump and stuff. So this part of the tutorial is showing us that we have autopilot available to us, and autopilot will do all that stuff for you. But again, as it says, it's slower than doing it manually. So there's a little bit of a trade-off. Depends on how much effort you want to expend in so doing. So we're going to hit autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
Done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Yes, I would. So autopilot is engaged. Let's see what our ship does.
Warping to Stargate.
It's finding the next Stargate on our route,
Active.
and it's automatically jumping there. Ooh, that's pretty. And once it gets there, it will automatically jump. So let's go ahead and let our tutorial suggest another opportunity for us. New opportunity. Your first mission. Career agent missions are a good start for an aspiring capsuleer making their way in New Eden. Career agents provide useful guidance and rewards for a job well done. There are many agents out there and many other ways to build up your skills and assets as a pilot. Okay. Your first mission. Accept a mission. When you've docked at the station where your career agent is located, open a new conversation with them. Alright, well let's get there first. They will offer a mission that should be of interest to you. Accept it, and you can begin to carry out the requested tasks. Okay, sounds good. So the only part of this tutorial is to complete a mission.
Approaching Stargate.
And now we have our autopilot approaching the Stargate, and we'll jump there once it reaches Stargate jump range. I'm not going to interfere. I'm going to let my ship's autopilot do exactly what it does. What a gorgeous scene, though. We can go ahead and shrink this down back to something more manageable there. There we go.
Autopilot jumping.
Boom. Okay, we're here. Our destination has been reached.
Warping to station.
Ah, but the autopilot is going to warp us directly to the station, as I recall it years ago when I played EVE Online. Autopilot would only take you to the system of interest, not directly to the station itself. So that's pretty cool that you can now set stations as destinations, and autopilot will take care of that for you. So our autopilot is taking us directly to the station where our agent is hanging out. So we're about to make a new contact. One important thing that I can probably mention at this point is, let's go ahead and go to help and open up career agents like the tutorial told us we could do. Scroll back down to the dude we're talking to. We're going to right click him. Right click. I can't click. Well, I can't right click him unless I'm in a station, I guess. But you build up standing with agents. Close that window. Approaching the station. So apparently we are going to try and dock there. Interesting! So you can fully AFK at this point if you wanted to. If you had like a lot of jumps to make to your destination, you could AFK and your ship would just go straight to the station and dock to it. However, it's a little bit dangerous because in these short little periods where your ship is approaching a station or approaching a Stargate, other players may actually be able to catch you and assault your ship if you're in insecure space. So keep that in mind. Autopilot does come with its risks, just like everything does in EVE Online. There is almost nothing. There's almost nothing in this game that does not come with some risk. Alright, so we've docked here. Now that we've docked here, let's see if we can find the agent. Oh, there's an agent's button right here. Talk to agents operating in this station, or use the agent finder to locate other agents. Apparently there's 32 guests as well available to me. Here's our military agent right here. Okay, so we click on agents, and here we can see the agents available. So we have the military duder, and he has already invited us here, so let's go ahead and right-click him and start a conversation with him. There we go. As you can see here, we have effective standing 0.0. The more jobs you do for an agent, the higher that standing goes. And I don't know 100%, to be honest with you, what that affects, but I know it's beneficial to build your standing with some agents. Not 100% certain, again, what that actually does for you. Alright, so Ranta Tarumo. If I click info, what does it do? Achura has been a part of the Caldari state for 3 centuries. Oh, that's his race. And yet their culture has always remained something of a mystery. Okay, agent info. Career provides a series of missions designed to introduce you to a particular career path in New Eden. Military, that's his location. He's level 1 agent. Mission services, mission availability. This agent provides missions to any pilot that meets standing requirements. Nice. Standings. Standings with you. Okay, there's a lot of faction info right here. This comes in, I think this comes into play later, but who knows. And you can, of course, make your own personal notes about, I believe, any character in this game by doing this. You know, it would be really useful. Or I think you can do it for any character, not just agents. Let me see. Let me open up mail. And here is the player who sent me a donation. If I right-click this player and I go to show info, can I make my own notes? Yes, I can. Donated 500 million ISK at the start of my playthrough. There we go. So I've got a note. And you can actually do some formatting here. I'm going to go ahead and change that to green to show 500 million ISK. And you know what? To make it more readable, let's increase the font size. Let's make it 30. There we go. See? It's pretty nice, right? It's pretty cool that you can actually do that kind of thing. So we'll do that. I can actually add him as a contact too if I wanted to, but I will reserve things like that for a little bit later once I've had more time to think about where I want to go and who I want to become in this universe. I may very well turn on that person and destroy him someday. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. But do not be surprised if you do encounter people like that in EVE Online, because there are those who set out to be pirates in this game, and they look for opportunities to backstab people. I don't fully intend to do that in this playthrough, and certainly not to those who watch my YouTube channel and who have provided me with some starting capital. So yeah, anyway, it was just a funny comment that I wanted to make. Anyway, let's go on. Again, thank you for the donation. Cash flow for Capsuleers. 1 of 10. I have just the thing you want. Garista thugs are harassing miners in a nearby asteroid belt. Let's clean up the area. You may have to rush these targets and hit them at close range. Ooh. Declining a mission from a particular agent more than once every 4 hours may result in a loss of standing with that agent, except in the case of special missions that clearly state otherwise in the description. Okay, so you basically don't want to decline a mission from an agent once you have started talking to them. Cash flow for Capsuleers, 1 of 10. Apparently this is a series of 10 missions, so we'll see how this goes. The following objectives must be completed to finish the mission. Objective: clear the pirates from the asteroid belt as your agent has requested on behalf of a group of miners. And there's the specific location where we have to go. I wonder if I can set destination to it by clicking on it. Faction headquarters. What is this faction? Oh, these are the Garistas. This is the Garista faction. Okay, so that's information about our targets right there. They are the ones we will be attacking. Okay, that's really interesting. Can I right click and set destination? We can add a waypoint. Show on map. Let's show on map. Let's see what happens. Click. Ah, it just shows me Uitra. That's where we are. But where is the actual target that we're going to be attacking? Who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Rewards. The following rewards will be yours if you complete this mission. A Gatling rail... Oh, it's not a civilian Gatling railgun. It is just a 75mm Gatling railgun. I want to see some info on that. There we go. I clicked it. Got some info. I want to see the requirements for using it. We have the necessary skill requirements. That's good. Let's go to fitting. Let's see what it takes to fit this. Okay, very forgiving requirements there too. It's a Gatling railgun. Let's see what its optimal range is here. That always interests me. 6,000 meters. Okay, so it's basically the same as our civilian Gatling railgun, but it's stronger, right? Let's see. Let's see. Rate of fire 2.6. Damage 0.6 HP. With this open, I would like to view my ship. So I believe we go to... I want to open up the hangar here and see. Inventory. Now let's click on my ship, right click, and... Where is the fitting stuff that I wanted to do here? I can show info on it, of course. Ooh. Oh, look at this EBIS. Look at these characteristics that we have here. Small, primarily fitted with small modules. Disruption. Hulls able to field debilitating systems with great proficiency. Recommend as force multipliers in fleet engagements. Combat. Hulls with good damage and defenses. Recommended for heavy frontline brawling. Hybrid turrets. Instant hitting weapon system with fast reload time. Deals kinetic and thermal damage types. Missiles. Guided weapon system with delayed impact and broad selection of damage types. ECM. Disruption system that has a chance to disable the targeting systems of enemy ships. Shields. Defensive system that utilizes medium level fitting slots and regenerates slowly on its own. So these are the ship's characteristics. That's pretty cool. Also, it has roll bonuses here. 20% bonus to small hybrid turret optimal range. 10% bonus to kinetic light missile and rocket damage. 30% bonus to ECM target jammer strength. And 8% bonus to all shield resistances. Yeah, that's another thing about this game. As I recall it, no ship, even this starting EBIS, is useless. This is the starter ship, but that doesn't mean it's useless. As you can see, even in PvP battles, even in later game, a ship like this, fitted properly, can still be incredibly useful. Like if you wanted a ship specifically designed to jam targets, in a large-scale fleet battle, you might have some players in Ibises because it's got a 30% bonus to ECM target jammer strength. So if you wanted to have some players in very expendable ships, because Ibises are not expensive, if you wanted to have players in expendable ships that would try and shut down larger targets, if that was your corporation's strategy in combat, you might very well be using Ibises with ECM target jammers, because this ship gets a 30% bonus to it. See, so even the starter ship isn't a bad ship. So that's actually really, really cool. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to do. It's pretty cool that we found that, though. I forget where the fitting is. There's a fitting button. Ship fitting, there we go. Clicked on that. And I was trying to compare my civilian Gatling railgun. Let's hit show info, and now we'll go ahead and close the fitting window. I wanted to compare my civilian Gatling railgun to the railgun. Oh man, that's not good. I want to open it in... Oh, there are back and forward buttons though too. I guess that's okay, but I wanted it open in a completely new window. This is the Gatling rail. This is a civilian railgun. Can I right click and open a new window or something? Oh wow, you can click on it and get a visual preview. That's pretty cool looking. This is what it would look like if it was attached to the bottom of your ship, and this from the top. Wow, that looks neat. I like that. Well, because I can't seem to open it in a new window. Oh, compare. You cannot compare an item of this kind. That's not true. Compare tool. Please drag a module, ship, drone, or charge in this window. Okay, I want to drag the civilian railgun. You cannot compare an item of this kind. Okay, well, I guess because it's a civilian weapon. Well, we can use the forward and back buttons anyway. Okay, so the weapon that we're using right now is a civilian Gatling railgun. It deals 0.57 hit points with a longer optimal range, honestly, and a rate of fire of 1.69. But the 75mm Gatling railgun deals more damage. It's more slow. It's slower too. To be honest, it doesn't seem like that much of an upgrade. Oh, there's the damage. 2 thermal damage, 3 hit points, 3 kinetic damage. Okay, that's the civilian gun. Whereas the Gatling railgun is... It's actually not showing me where the damage is. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're the same type of weapon, really. But we can trust that the 75mm Gatling railgun is stronger than the civilian version. I am just not reading these stats 100% properly, I think. Because my civilian Gatling railgun gives me damage down here on this window, but the 75mm Gatling Rail 1 that we're going to be using doesn't show me the damage. But we'll just go ahead and make the correct assumption that it's a more powerful weapon than the one that we currently have. That will be one of the rewards for this mission. Bonus rewards. The following rewards will be awarded to you as a bonus if you complete the mission within 5 hours. Okay. We'll also get 2,000 antimatter charges, and the S means small. Let's go ahead and click on this so we can show you folks what this is all about. Description consists of 2 components, a shell of titanium and a core of antimatter atoms suspended in a plasma state, or suspended in plasma state. Railguns launch the shell directly, while particle blasters pump the plasma into a cyclotron and process the plasma into a bolt that is then fired. 50% reduced optimal range. Okay. So you have multiple different types of ammunition that you can use with your weapons. This, I believe, is one that will fire from an antimatter, that will fire from a Gatling railgun. This is antimatter, and it has 50% reduced optimal range. So it's a shorter range type of ammunition, but presumably will deal more damage. Yeah, see, it deals a total of 12 points of damage, 7 kinetic, 5 thermal. And it's used with, yeah, the 75mm Gatling railgun 1 that we're going to be getting. Okay, so that's cool. So we're going to get 2,000 rounds worth of antimatter. 2,000 antimatter rounds. So we're going to go ahead and accept this mission to go clear out some Guristas. Okay. Very well then, get going. Alright, let's go ahead and read the tutorial. We accepted the mission. Complete a mission. Once you've completed all the requirements of a mission, return to the agent and signal your completion of the mission by opening a new conversation and letting them know of your success. Career agents provide a variety of missions that will give you some useful experience as a pilot in New Eden. It would be a good idea to carry on working with your chosen career agent. Alternatively, you could see what different agents have to offer, or what a different agent has to offer. Alright, so now if we complete this mission within 5 hours, which should be no problem really for a newbie mission, we will be good to go. Alright, I can hit complete mission, which is a lie, so let's go ahead and hit close. Where do we have to go exactly? Clear the pirates from the asteroid belt. Your agent has requested. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this for right now. And let's undock and see if we can go find the asteroid belt in question. Should be here in this system. Okay, we're undocking. It's not marked over here anywhere. What about we hit mining? There's an asteroid belt, but which there's 4 asteroid belts out here, but which one is the one that we have our mission set at? I don't know. So hopefully we can find something on our HUD that helps us figure that out. Let's see. If I go to people and places, and I go to agents, and these are the agents I'm working with right now. If I right click and I show info, no, that's this right here. Right click and start conversation. It should bring up the mission that we're doing, yes. Okay, so this right here. Oh, that's his location, so that's not going to help us. This location right here, can we right click it and warp to it? Okay.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so that's the state. Okay, so we can right click on that and warp directly to that asteroid belt. So it shows up there in the mission. So you can right click it in the mission window and warp directly to the correct asteroid belt. Good to know. Boom. Off we go. What are these? I have no idea what these are. Oh, I believe those might be anomalies. We warped to one accidentally before when we were trying to find an asteroid in the previous video. Not 100% what. I'm not 100% on what they are though. Alright, so we've arrived. So we've got to clear out the Guristas out here, right? That's what it says. But I don't see a whole lot of them. Is this the correct target? Right click. Let's see if we can show info on this. Wanted. There's a bounty of 3,000 ISK on this target. Oh yes, this is a fighter for the Guristas. It is protecting the assets of Guristas and may attack anyone it perceives as a threat or easy pickings. Threat level, very low. Okay. It's called a pithy irrigator. But it is from the faction of the Guristas. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see what we're up against. Yeah, that ship doesn't look like it's ready for combat. It looks tiny. Okay, so it's 11 kilometers away. Let's go orbit this target at 6,000 meters. That was pretty cool. As we learned earlier from the mail that nice player sent, the distance that you move your mouse from the radio menu helps determine determines the distance that you will utilize for that action. So we hit. We're still looking at this ship, and we hit orbit. But my ship is moving toward this ship. As you can see, the distance is decreasing. 9,000 meters. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this target like this. I have no idea where my ship is approaching from. We're just looking at our target right now, but my ship is approaching this. And we're within range now, so I'm going to hit the civilian Gatling railgun and then hit this target to lock onto it and begin opening fire. I believe we're out there. I think that's us. Open fire. Boom! Nice. We've already taken out its shields. There goes its armor. And the hull. Target destroyed. That should zoom our camera back to us automatically. It did. Okay. Wow, did that bring out more irrigators? I'm not sure. But there's a wreck right there, which is only a few thousand meters away. Let's go ahead and open cargo, and we'll hit our afterburner to increase the speed at which we approach that cargo. There we go. We'll get there nice and quick. Open it up and loot that wreck, and then we'll move on to the next set of irrigators here. Okay. Open. Metal scraps, that's all there is. Alright, loot all. Okay, apparently we looted it. There we go. And now this target is 35 kilometers away. Let's approach. Let's go ahead and hit orbit again at 6,000. Where are you? Click. Orbit at... We'll just get close to 6,000. Okay, we hit exactly 6,000 there, but we'll just get close to 6,000 from now on, since we can't exactly hit that range on other moving targets. Alright, so we're moving toward that target now. Again, our afterburner is still kicking, and as you can see, it's draining capacitor power. But our capacitor regenerates fairly quickly, so it's okay to leave the afterburner on for a little while, just so we have that nice doubled speed from what we normally have. Makes missions like this a lot faster. So again, if you're starting out, I recommend following what I did in the first video and buying yourself an afterburner if you don't loot one during the first part of the tutorial. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock this target. It looks like they're locking me because they've got yellow icons there. Lock that target. There's one 10 kilometers away that also is locking me, so we're going to lock them both. You can see my HUD. They're both being locked right now. This one's 4,000 meters away. Let's open fire. Clearing out pirates, baby. This next one, I'm going to go and orbit that one again at 6,000, or pretty close to it. Want to make sure we don't leave its optimal range of this gun. Leave the optimal range of our civilian Gatling railgun here. That's the next target down. So we got 2 wrecks out here. This one's got nothing on it, but this one does. Let's go ahead and open the cargo on that wreck. Afterburner is still going, and it will keep going until we toggle it off. I like having the afterburner. Keep moving. Our ship should begin approaching. I did hit approach. Wow, okay, this ship doesn't really turn on a dime, does it? It's trying to get out there. There we go. It found a path. It found a route to that wreck. There is one more irrigator out here. Go ahead, that one. Ooh, tungsten charges. Small charges here. I'm going to go and open up info on this. Click show info. We want to see what tungsten does. Let's see, 40% increased optimal range, 27% increased capacitor need. Okay, so tungsten charges consists of 2 components, a shell of titanium and a core of tungsten atoms suspended in plasma state. Railguns launch the shell directly, etc., etc., just like the previous one. So as you can see here, if you load up a gun with tungsten charges, you have 40% increased optimal range, which means this is more of a medium to long range charge that you want to load your gun up with. So if you have your gun loaded up with antimatter, you want to be close range. If you have your gun loaded up with tungsten, you want to be more medium to long range. This also does increase capacitor needs, so if you're firing a weapon that's loaded with tungsten, your capacitor is going to be under more strain, even though you get the bonus of being able to fire from further away more optimally. So, as you can see, there are lots of different things that you can equip your ships with, and lots of different ways to load them out. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Alright, so we're going to loot all. We've got 100 tungsten charges there, and that moves it to our cargo hold. Next up, this target here. Again, just going to get close. Well, again, we just happened to exactly hit the optimal range. That is this gun's optimal range still, right? Within 6,300. Let's do something like... You probably want to do like 5,000. Really, if your optimal range... You want to do like a little bit lower than what your optimal range is, because your target is also going to be moving. So you want your ship to be trying to constantly close that gap. So if your target is also moving, like let's say away from you, you don't want your ship to slow down when it gets close to the optimal range. You want it to speed up as the target moves away from you. So I've found it in the past to be more optimal to orbit at something just slightly under your optimal range. Anyway, our ship is approaching. This ship doesn't seem to have any clue about where we are, so we're just going to click and hit it in the overview here. Lock target. We are within optimal range, pretty close to it. Bam! 10 points of damage. Not bad. That 10 points was like at about 5,500 meters. Tango down. There's no loot in that wreck, again, because we don't see the little... It says empty right here. We don't see the little box in the wreck icon. Alright, so we have cleared out this area of pirates, as requested in our contract. So we have fulfilled our contract. Now, the next idea is to go back to our agent, who was here, but we can probably do better in selecting our agent by going to help and then going to show career agents, selecting our duder here, and hit dock at agent station, because we happen to be in this. If we're in the system that the agent is in, this button says dock at agent station. If you're not, this button probably says set destination. So we're going to hit dock at agent station.
Warp drive active.
And then we'll close the window. Our ship will turn toward the correct area. And then we're going to go complete this mission. And I believe after that, we'll go ahead and bring this video to a close, because there are 10 missions that might be similar to this. And I want to figure out how I want to record that. Obviously, I don't want to put in every little bit of massively multiplayer, online RPG, typical grinding, and there is some of that here. But it's not really grinding, because it's a lot of fun. I don't know, the term grinding has a negative connotation, but personally I can find some forms of grinding in games like these fun. Anyway, as I've done with previous playthroughs of games, such as Minecraft and such, I am going to want to cut around in...
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
In the case where things get a little bit repetitive. So I want to figure out how I want to record the rest of this. But I'll go ahead and bring this video to a close at this point after we turn in this mission, just to show how it's all done. Oh, we see an accepted icon right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on this duder. Let's right click on this duder. Start conversation. Okay, and I believe we can... Exalamon, come talk to me when you finish your current mission. Alright, I'm going to hit complete mission. We should be done, right? It doesn't say anywhere on here that we've completed all the objectives. Oh yeah, it does, right here. Complete. Okay. It's green now. The title is green. Complete. Done already. Would you like me to suggest another opportunity? Complete a mission once you have completed all the requirements. Okay, we did all that stuff. Let's hit next. That's about it. I have nothing more to offer, but would you like to contact a career agent? Next. I believe that's going to open up the career agent window. Okay, so the tutorial at this point is effectively done, dear viewers. The rest is up to us to figure out as we explore this universe and as we find our place in the setting of EVE Online. So here's where all of the really exciting stuff begins to happen. Now we've got the basics of the game down. The game has shown you how to operate your ship, how to use the market, and how to fund your endeavors. You can mine, you can do missions, you can contact agents for those missions, or you can get creative and find other things to do. There's all kinds of different things. There are many different ways that we can go on this path, and I want to take some time to consider where I want to go and what I want to display on my YouTube channel and how I want to handle going about setting a place for myself or finding a place for myself in EVE Online. Alright, so that's done. At this point we can hit request mission, but we're not going to right now, right here. Excellent work, Exalamon. I'll have the miners return to work. See me when you're ready for your next assignment. We're not going to request a mission because I don't want to have to hit decline and then have my standing decrease. As we can see, our standing went up to 0.5. I do want to do all 10 of these missions, but I'm not sure I'll record those. I might show highlights from those missions and then do like some sort of here's what happened bit at the end or when I'm done with them and show you folks what I've been doing, but I won't necessarily show you everything that has happened exactly as it happened, you know, as a full playthrough style. There's going to be some editing and things like that. But I need to take some time, again, to think about all that stuff. Alright, well, I hope you folks enjoyed this. Let's go ahead and hit close for right now. And let's take a look at our wallet. Alright, look at that. Not bad. Not a bad little start right here. Also, we have skills that I want to train. Let's see, we've got one right here. In 2 minutes, this skill, Missile Launcher Operation, will be complete. What you want to do is you want to queue up skills. And I think I'm going to queue up Missile Operation again. Let's see. Add to queue, level 3. Click. Alright. So, in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, level 1 will be finished. Level 1 will go to level 2, I believe, at that point. And then we're going to start training level 3. Where's my queue? Let's go and open up the training queue so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about, so it's not really confusing. So this is the training queue. So as you can see, it's important for you to have skills constantly training. So you're going to need a queue for that kind of thing. because you don't want to be sitting here and changing out skills every 20 minutes if you're like AFK, because you got to go AFK sometime. You got to go out, you got to go have fun, you got to go to work and stuff like that. Go shopping. There are things you do that are not EVE Online. So you have this queue. As we can see here, in 1 minute and 30 seconds, Missile Launcher Operation 1 is going to complete, and I already queued up. Missile Launcher Operation Level 2 is going to complete, and I already queued up Level 3, which is going to take 3 hours and 39 minutes. So we're going to queue up that, and I'm also going to queue up, let's see, I don't know how long I'm going to be away from the game. Let's just queue up Missile Launcher Operation, add to end of queue, Level 4. There we go, that one takes 20 hours, yikes, okay. So yeah, that's a good way to make sure that I've still got skills training constantly, even if I don't get to this game for the next day or so. Because the queue can only go for 24 hours, I believe. They don't want you to fully automate your skill system, so they only give you 24 hours worth of a queue. And I don't know if there's a way to increase that or not. And I don't know if that's the design methodology behind it, but I think that may very well be the case. But yeah, we've got 24 hours worth or more of skill queues ready, so now I can safely log off, or I feel comfortable logging off and letting my skills continue to train while I get these videos up and online. You have made changes to the training queue. Do you want to apply these changes? Yes, I do. So we've closed the window, and we can close that. And that will do it for this particular video. You folks gave a pretty positive response to the first one. I'm hoping the second one, which usually has fewer views than the first in a series, also has a positive response. So again, if this is your kind of thing, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, sound off in the comments. Let me know about it, because I'm trying to get a good feel for whether or not this is something I want to spend my time doing for my YouTube channel. But I'm having a good time doing it anyway, so there is that. Oh, skill training complete.
Skill training completed.
Alright, so that's good. We're going to just let that do its thing. Open up our notifications and we can see everything in here. Completed your first mission. There's all the notifications that we've had since we signed on, and that should clear out our notifications as far as those that are unread. Thanks a lot for watching, dear viewers. I hope you folks enjoyed this. Again, sound off if you like this. I really want to know if this is something that I should be doing, or if I should change my focus to something else that more of you would enjoy, or that would be enjoyed more on my YouTube channel. But once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.